Welcome back to AM Northwest. It's the small town that stood in as home for the iconic movie Stand By Me. Let's head south to Brownsville to see the magic of the town and why it's still celebrating that classic movie.
Brownsville is like stepping back in time. It's a small community, goes back to the 1840s when it was founded, but the people have kept it looking kind of older, kind of the 1950s, and I think that's why Brownsville was chosen to do the movie Stand By Me. The first Stand By Me day was in 2007. I was helping with the Chamber of Commerce, and they said, hey, folks are coming to town, we should have an event. And there were two ladies putting it on, and they said, Linda, do you want to help? The idea was to have it just that one year, but it was like, no, we got to do this again. So now it's the fourth Saturday in July. I had a guy here from New Zealand many years ago, and I took him around the streets and showed him where the scenes were. And he went up to one of the building posts, put his hand on it, and he wasn't talking to me. He just said out loud, I've waited a long time to touch this post. I think when people come here, they feel like they're now part of the movie. And that may also be one of the mental things, is that by standing where those actors stood and the locations, they're now part of the movie. And it means even more to them. As you may know from the movie, pennies are kind of important in this movie. So we actually have a penny embedded in the street where Vern picked it up. I'm not sure how I found out, but a man came in on his own secretly and embedded a penny. And then I ended up meeting him, and he just thought that would be a cool thing to embed a penny where Vern picked it up at the end of the movie. It ended up being huge for the fans, and it's very popular. In fact, we have to have crossing guards now because everybody wants to take a picture of them looking at the penny. And so we actually have to have volunteers as crossing guards so we can let the traffic go through. On Stand By Me Day, one of the big things to do is the guided walking tours. And our tour guides know lots of trivia. I don't know if all of them do, but they sometimes will play a little game and ask a trivia question, and they hand out cherry flavored Pez to whoever got the question correct. And it's really fun to actually see and hear each of the locations that were filmed here. We actually have it's like a museum of photographs of old Brownsville, tells the history. And in there we have a display of photographs that I've collected of the filming of Stand By Me. You'll see the camera crew walking, talking to the stars in many of the different locations. We've got one where Rob Reiner is sitting there talking to River Phoenix, and you can just kind of feel the emotion there. Rob Reiner being involved here, when I look at that and look at those pictures, it's obvious that he was really in depth with connecting with the boys and helping them to be the characters that they were. It sounds like they would sit and talk different times. I know on the train trestle, Gordy and Vern weren't scared enough, and so he started yelling at him. And that's when we got what we got, because he started yelling at him, and he knew that's the way to get their emotions on the film. When I think of Stand By Me, I personally feel like it's a powerful thing to be able to help people bring their dreams to come true. With so many people coming from foreign countries and across the United States to be where their favorite movie was filmed, and to give them some of the added moments, the games that we play, the pie eating contest we have on Stand By Me Day, that's the kind of thing that it is. It's their personal moments, and I don't know of any other event that you could put on that does that. I think it has to do with their relationships and the kids' backgrounds in the story. They relate to each other, they share their good times and bad times, and I find people that I've talked to, they all can seem to find something they can relate to I think Stand By Me means that you look out for each other and you take care of your friends and people around you. You take care of each other. You stand by me.
Stand By Me Day in Brownsville is Saturday, July 25th. We'll have more information on our website at KATU.com. We'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.